Hello everyone, welcome to exercise 3.3 of data handling class 7 CBSE NCERT. So today we will be solving this exercise one by one. We'll look through the question. Use the bar graph to answer the questions. Which is the most popular pet? So when we talk about the most popular pet, we will see the graph and then we will find the one which has got the highest peak will be the most popular pet, because here we have the pet animals and here we have the number of students that is there. So the maximum number of students which loves this particular pet will be the most popular. So here the highest peak is of cat, so cat will be the most popular pet. Coming to next question. How many students have dog as their pet? So, where is dog? Here we have dog and this is the range for dog. So, the dog, we have 8 students who have dog as their pets. Okay? Next. Read the bar graph which shows the number of books sold by bookstore during 5 consecutive years. So you see there are 5 consecutive years over here and the bookstore is giving 1989, 1990, 91, 92, 93. Okay. About how many books were sold in 1989, 1990 and 1992. So 1989, 1990 and 1992. So, in 1989, how many books were sold? In 1989, we see it is these ranges 100. So, if you see 1989 is not completely 200. It is somewhere a bit below 200. So, if we divide this range, we will find, if we divide, this would be 50 and here it would be 90 and so I can say it is 180. So you can divide it to find out. Next we are coming to 1990. So 1990, how many books were sold? In 1990, again you see it is here somewhere. Again it is here somewhere. So these should have been around 480. And then we have 1992. 1992, how many books were sold? 1992, if we take a scale and place it here, we can find it is about the same, approximately 220 books were sold. Okay. Next. Read the graph which shows the number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years and answer the questions. In which year was 475 books were sold? So 475 books were sold. So it should be between 400 and 500. So between 400 and 500 we have 1990. So 417 books were sold in 1990. Fine. And then 225 books. So 2, this is above 250, that will not work. So 225 books, this is 200 to 300, it should be 225. This is 200, 1992. So 1992 we have 225 books that were sold. Next. Read the graph which shows the number of books sold by the bookstore during 5 consecutive years and answer the following. In which years fewer than 250 books were sold? So which is 250? This is 250. So if we place a scale over here, we will have these two. So 1989 and 1992. So these are the 2 years where less than 250 books were sold. Next, the question is, can you explain how you would estimate the number of books sold in 1989? So if 1 centimeter is 100 books, so in 1989, how many books will be sold? Approximation. So we can take the scale and find out. So you see it is around 3/4 of, if I divide this into 4 groups, then 3/4. 100 to 200, that is 3/4. So let us say 3/4 of 100 would be what? 75, right? So 100 plus 75. So we will have 175 books which were sold in 1989. Next. Number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. So see, we are having this particular chart which is there. I will take a sample graph and tell you how you draw a graph. So in this question, these are the classes. Okay, we have these are the classes. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. And here we have the number of children. So the minimum number of children you see is 80 and the maximum number of children you see is 135. Okay. So we can take a scale to draw the graph. So I will go ahead, draw the graph. So here is one graph sheet I have taken. Hold on. This is a graph sheet I have taken. So what we will do, this graph will have two axes. One is x-axis and one is y-axis. So using a scale, of course using a scale, you will draw a line. This is x-axis and here you will draw a straight line which is your y-axis. So this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. What you will have here? Here you will have the class and here you will have the students. Okay, here will have the students. Fine. So in this case what you will do? So you see they are in the multiples of 10 or in the multiples of 5. You will just place it and you will put it as 5, 10, 15. So here this 5 gaps that you have, no, that you will place it in this way, right? And here each class, say here you will have class, it starts from class 6 or something, so you will have 6 here. Here you place a gap and have 7 here, place a gap and have 8 here. So say there are 10 students, you can always make it in this way. So there are 20 students, make it in this way. So now I will go back and they have drawn the graph. I will take that as how you were doing. So you see here they have taken a graph as we showed. So the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, they have taken it. So they have taken 1 centimeter, 1 unit as 10 children. So that you will write here. So 1 unit is equal to 10 children. Fine. So 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, they have went on. So 5, if we say in class 5, we have 135 students. So they have given 130, between 130 and 140, 50% they have given 135. Class 6 is 120, see at 120 they have drawn the box. Class 7 it is 95, same way. Class 8 100, 100. Class 9 90, see 90, 90. Then class 10 80, so at 80s you have this. So this is how you will draw the graph. Okay. Next question, again a graphical representation. It is given and the question is asked, which class has maximum number of children and minimum number of children? So looking at the graph you can answer maximum number of children is there in class 5 and minimum number of children is there in class 10. Okay, next. The performance of a student in first term and second term is given. Draw double graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the question. So double graph means what? I'll show you how what it means by double graph. So as I told you, in a graph sheet I will have an x-axis and a y-axis. So double graph is when we take two things into consideration. Fine. Say for few consecutive years, I am going to take the attendance of boys and attendance of girls. Okay. Fine. So in this case, what I will do? So say I am dividing it as 10, 20, 30, 40. So what I will do, if in the class 20 boys are present and there are 10 girls present, so I will give this in this format and I will shade one. So it will be identified in two different. So in the next year I can have around 30 boys are present and only 5 girls are present. So that way I will be going ahead and I will be drawing a dual graph. Now to answer this particular question, see, here we have first term, second term, we have the marks. So marks in English 67 and 70. So English I am taking first term, I have shaded it. So here you have the index, first term, second term. So first term marks is 67, so you have it here. 70 you have it here. Hindi you have 72, a bit more than 70, and then you have 65, half of 60 and 70. So similarly we are drawing a double graph. Okay. Now the question is, in which subject is the improvement least? So when we say in which subject the improvement is least, that means these gaps should be the least. Okay, the gap between these should be the least. And improvement, when it says, then obviously the second graph has to be higher than the first graph. So this is not possible, as well as this there are few graphs which is not possible where the first term had higher marks, that is this dark, that is black color is higher, so this cannot be considered. So where the improvement was least, so you see here the gap between both is very, very small. So in this case the improvement was least that happened. So if we go ahead looking at the table, we can find the difference. Here 3 is the difference. Here there was no improvement, we have cancelled it. Here what was the difference? 7 is the difference. Here you see 4 is the difference, and here you see 2 is the difference. So did you find 2 is the least difference? So from the graph also we found that. Next question, has the performance gone down in any subject? Yes, it has gone down in Hindi because second term has lower marks than first term. Next, consider this data collected from a survey of a colony. Draw a double graph. As I told you, there will be a double graph that you will draw. And what do you infer in the bar graph? So what is the inference? Inference is what? We are inferring, what is the inference? The favorite sport. What is the favorite sport? Okay, so that is the inference we will be giving from the graph, like watching and participating. Now, considering this, which sport is most popular? So when we drew the graph, which is the sports which is most popular? Considering in any case we have cricket, which is most popular game. Which is most preferred, watching or participating in sport? So whether watching has higher graph or participating has higher graph. We see in all the cases watching has a higher graph. So obviously watching is more than participating. Next, take the data giving the minimum and maximum temperature of various cities given in the table. Plot a double bar graph using the data and answer the questions. Which city has the largest difference in the minimum and maximum temperature on the given date? So we are drawing a bar graph. Again, I said you, in this case I need to find the difference. So where the difference is more, we need to find here. Here we have got around 5 to 7 or 8 is the difference. Then we have here the difference is around 10 is the difference. Here less than 10. Here also less than 10. Here approx 10. But here we see the maximum difference that is happening. So here the difference was maximum. Okay, then which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city? So hottest city, we will find out which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city. So hottest city whose temperature is high. So in this case, when we say the hottest city, that would have the maximum temperature that is there. So maximum temperature is there in Jammu. Okay, maximum temperature is there in Jammu. So we can say Jammu is the hottest city and the most minimum temperature is there in the Bangalore. So we can say Bangalore is the coldest city. Name two cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of other. Okay, so we have already plotted the graph, and now we have to say two cities where maximum temperature of one was less than minimum temperature of other. Okay, so whose maximum temperature? So say if we talk about Bangalore, so this is the maximum temperature. So is less than the minimum temperature of which cities? It is of course less than the maximum. Here you see we are talking about the minimum temperature. So let us consider Bangalore's maximum temperature is this. Around that should be around 25, 28 or so. So 28 degree. Now we are talking about the minimum temperature. So just look at the graph. This should be 29 minimum temperature. Then if you just arrange your scale here and draw a straight line, you will find there are two cities, Jaipur and Ahmedabad, which has got the minimum temperature above Bangalore's maximum temperature. Name the city which has least difference between its minimum and maximum temperature. So the difference is very, very less. So in which city the difference is very, very less? Mumbai has got the least difference. So that's it. Thank you.